Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to connect an Airtable database to your Chimerai application. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to view records, edit existing data, create new records, and delete records directly from your Chimerai dashboard. We'll also take a look at the code behind the integration and discuss some of the challenges of working with Airtable's typed fields. Let's jump right in. The first thing we need is a fresh Chimerai application. Open your terminal and run the Chimerai create command. For this tutorial, we'll use SQLite as our database. When prompted, enable the integration feature during setup. Then select Airtable as the integration provider. Once the project has been created successfully, navigate into the application directory. Now run the installation script. This script installs all required dependencies and initializes the database. Depending on your machine and internet connection, this process may take a few minutes. Once it's finished, we're ready for the next step. Before we can connect Airtable to our application, we need an Airtable account. If you don't have one yet, you can sign up for free. Most new accounts include sample data, but for this tutorial, I'm using a simple employee database. The table contains the following columns: employee ID, first name, last name, phone number, and salary. In a few minutes, we'll have this exact table running inside our Chimerai dashboard. To access Airtable programmatically, we need a personal access token. Open Airtable and click your account icon in the lower left corner. You'll notice that Airtable no longer uses traditional API keys. Instead, everything is handled through personal access tokens. Click Go to Developer Hub. Next, open Personal Access Tokens. Then click Create Token. Give the token any name you like. Now we need to assign permissions. For this tutorial, we only need two scopes: read and write. After that, select the workspace containing your employee table. Finally, click Create Token. Copy the generated token to your clipboard. We'll use it in the next step. Keep it secure and never expose it publicly. As you can see, a new token entry has now been created. Next, we need to share our table. Click the Share button in the upper right corner. We'll create a new invite link. Even though I already have one, I'll show you how to create a new link. Select the creator role and click Create. You could copy the link here, but we won't actually need it for our app integration. Next, let's configure the .env file. Let's switch back to our Chimerai project. Open the .env file. At the end of the file, add a new environment variable containing your Airtable personal access token. Save the file. That's all we need for authentication. Now we're ready to launch the application. Start the application and log in using the default user account. Once you're inside the dashboard, look at the sidebar. Near the bottom, you'll find the integration section. Click Airtable. The integration page requires two values: the table name and the base ID. Let's go back to Airtable for a moment. The table name in my example is employee. Now we need the base ID. You can find it directly in your browser's address bar. Look for the value that starts with app. It's part of the URL and uniquely identifies your Airtable database. copy that value and paste it into the base ID field inside the application. Now click Run. After a few seconds, the table should appear, and just like that, Airtable is connected. Now let's test an update. Click Edit on any row. I'm going to change the salary value. After entering a new number, click Save. The update is sent to Airtable immediately. As you can see, the new value appears in the table, and if we refresh Airtable itself, we'll see the exact same change there as well. So the synchronization is working perfectly. Let's take a quick look behind the scenes. Open your browser's developer tools, then switch to the Network tab. Request being sent to our backend. If we inspect the request, we can see the payload being transmitted. We can also see the request URL. These details become very useful when you're building your own Airtable pages and custom integrations. The demo application is simply one possible implementation. You're completely free to design your own interface and workflows. Next, let's create a new record. We'll use the JSON input field. The structure of the JSON object can be seen in the response data from the previous request. Let's enter a new employee record. Before we submit it, it's important to understand that Airtable expects the correct data types. For example, the salary field expects a number. If we accidentally send it as a string, Airtable rejects the request. Let's try that. As expected, we receive an invalid value error. Now let's remove the quotation marks and submit the request again. This time the operation succeeds. A new record has been created. Let's verify the result inside Airtable. And there it is. The record has been added successfully. Deleting records works exactly the same way. Select the record we just created, click Delete, confirm the operation. The row disappears immediately, and if we refresh Airtable, we'll see that the record has been removed from the database as well. Now let's spend a few minutes understanding how the integration works. One of the nice things about Airtable is that it's an API-first database. We communicate directly with its REST API. No SDK is required. Authentication is performed using a personal access token. The token is included in the HTTP authorization header as a bearer token. The second important piece is the base ID, which uniquely identifies the Airtable database. Our Next.js API route acts as a proxy between the front-end and Airtable. The front-end never talks directly to Airtable. Instead, it sends requests to our own API route. This keeps the API credentials safely on the server. The route supports 4 operations: list, create, update, and delete. Each operation is forwarded to Airtable's REST API. The most challenging aspect of Airtable integration is field typing. Airtable supports many different field types. For example, text, numbers, checkboxes, multi-select fields, attachments, formulas, rollups, and many others. The Airtable API returns values using their native types. Numbers are returned as numbers, checkboxes are returned as booleans, multi-select fields are returned as arrays. When writing data back to Airtable, you must preserve these types. Otherwise, Airtable responds with a 422 validation error. Some fields are also read-only. Examples include formula fields, rollup fields, attachment objects, and collaborator objects. These fields cannot be modified through the API. To handle this automatically, our inline editor detects complex fields at runtime. Non-editable fields are displayed in gray. When a user saves a record, only modified fields are sent back to Airtable. The application also reconstructs data types automatically. Numbers are converted using number. Boolean values are parsed correctly, and comma-separated values can be converted into arrays. This approach keeps the editor simple while still supporting Airtable's rich data model. If you'd like to explore the implementation further, there are 3 files worth looking at. The first is the Airtable client. This file handles authentication, listing records, and updating data. The second is the Next.js API route. This is where incoming operations are translated into Airtable API requests. And finally, there's the Airtable dashboard page. This file contains the user interface, field parsing logic, editable field detection, and the save functionality. Together, these files provide the complete Airtable integration. And that's it. You now have a fully functional Airtable integration running inside your Chimerai application. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd also love to hear your feedback, so let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. You can find more information on our website at chimerai.dev. And if you have questions, suggestions, or feature requests, feel free to contact us at contact@chimerai.dev. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.
I was buried in tabs in a half-built dream. Too many prompts in a broken machine. Then you showed up on my late-night screen, a clean little spark where the noise used to be. Got the models ready, got the code in place. Less time wrestling, more time making waves. From a rough first draft to a launch day glow, you gave me the road and I took it home. Chimerai, you make it easy. Turn my ideas into something that breathes. From zero to something I can believe in. Chimerai, you're the start I needed. You light the way when the pressure runs high. Chimerai, you get me live. Little toolkit, big heart, right at my side. APIs humming through the quiet of the night. Every test that passed felt like a win. Built a better future from the mess I was in. When the doubts come crawling in, you help me build again. Step by step, line by line, you'll make the future mine. Chimerai, you make it easy. Turn my ideas into something that breathes. From zero to something I can believe in. Chimerai, you're the start I needed. You light the way when the pressure runs high. Chimerai, you get me live.